Hello, Awifians. Hello, good morning to you all. I hope you're well, or good afternoon, good evening to you all. I hope you're well. I hope you are having a fantastic start to your Sunday. Today, we are going to be talking about the impact of Corona on SMEs. I'm just waiting for Anna Maria to join. Please give me a few moments. Let's see. Yeah, let's just give Anna Maria a few minutes so that she can join us. Please share this live stream with your family and friends. Share it out so people can also benefit from this. Let's see if she's coming. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me already. I appreciate. I would like to know who you are and where you're watching this live stream from. Please comment. We are also on YouTube. Comment below. Join us on YouTube and do not forget to subscribe to our channel, be it Facebook or YouTube. So let's give Anna Maria a few minutes. She was working very late yesterday night and she sent me a message. So let's just hold on for a few minutes for her. So yeah, let's just see. She will be coming up soon. As we wait for her, please settle down, get a cup of coffee or tea or wine, whatever is appropriate for you, where you are right now. I'm just waiting for Anna Maria. She said she's in, but I cannot see her. So let's give her a few minutes to join. Please share as we wait for our guest of today. She said she's in, but I don't see her. No, it's not working. So let's please comment below what the situation is with coronavirus in your country. What is the current status? Anna Maria says she's in, but I don't see her. Yes, she's coming. Yay! Yeah! Oh, yes! I see her. Yeah! It's never a good idea to give up. I see her. There we go. Yeah! It's like a football match, a football tournament.
Oh my God, I love your spirit.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you too.
How are you?
You know what's happening? I'm using actually my phone.
Okay.
So not the laptop, because on the laptop I don't have a video. I don't have a camera.
Okay. But I'm using my laptop and it works. Okay, can you then hold your phone on one position so we can then start? Yeah. Good. I see we're also live on YouTube. We let people, give people the time to come in. Perfect. Yep, that's a good angle. So you've been working hard. Yesterday evening, you were busy.
Yes, and this is going on, Lillian, since I think 4 days. So it's like we are riding a huge wave now with the masks. So I'm trying to organize everything. I go to sleep every day at 3:00 in the night. And we are very happy, very, very grateful, actually, because it's an amazing opportunity.
Yes. And that's why I called on you, because I knew something. When I kept seeing on Facebook, all the products, the colors, and I was like, wow, coronavirus is good for some people, for some, for some
Exactly.
businesses. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
today we are here to talk about the impact of coronavirus on SME. But you have been a long time friend on this platform. We've had a live stream with you. We are going to keep having live stream with you. We are going to keep having you on events because you are just the example that
Oh,
we
so
should be
sweet.
looking.
Thank you so much.
Well, you deserve it. You were on Forbes. You were listed on Forbes. I saw.
Yes, exactly. We were listed on Forbes because of our social project with women with refugee background. So actually, when I started to do uh, the bags, my main goal was not to sell the bags. So the bags were not my main focus, but it was to do something meaningful, so to give job for other women who have difficulties or who have a hard life. And also, I think it's very good to create this type of examples, that in society, regarding integration. And also, still want to send out a message to designers, for example, that they can also do it, because it's not. I mean, it's kind of, the regulations are kind of clear. So I'm working actually with women who are already registered at the IMS, which means the unemployed office.
Yes.
And I met just nice people, so I think the blocks and the difficulties, people are talking about it, yes they are, but the mindset is very important, because if you go in with a mindset which is, no, it's impossible, no, it's bureaucratic, yes it will be, but if you go with a mindset that, yes, I want to help people, yes, I will meet nice people who agree with my work, then the way it's smoother.
Yeah.
And I think what really helps me, it's how somehow I create a positive
Yes.
energetic field, you
Yes.
know.
Yes. Yes. And that's why I keep hanging on to you, because this is the kind of example, honestly, this is the kind of example that I want to see in the world. Helping we have what we need, but helping other people. I know the last time I was looking for a sewing machine to send to somebody in Kenya, and all the links you send me, all the advice, you helped me find information that I myself could not find, because you are in that field. And I really admire you for that. I would not say enough about you, that I really appreciate you. I appreciate the work you do for others. And I just pray that things keep going right for you, because we need women like you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. So what's the situation on coronavirus in Austria? Now everybody's obliged to wear a mask. It's a must. When you go to supermarkets?
Yes, yes. Well, Lillian, the way things started here, it started like gradually,
Yes.
and I already, so my business type is that I train women with refugee background. So we had to stop the trainings of women, and also I have an employee. She's from Afghanistan. So the thing is that we had to figure out a way to keep going. First of all, because the regulations here in Vienna, they are not allowing you to keep the shop open.
Yes.
And we are actually living from selling our bags, so we had to close the shop, the actual, shop where we sell on spot our bags, but we kept the online shop.
Okay.
What is happening with the online shops now, I'm going to tell you, it's that, yes, it is a possibility. So online is a boom. But on the other hand, the mood, the general psychological mood, is not really necessary targeted on shopping, because we are living in a crisis, everyday
Yes.
crisis.
Yes.
So I think you have two types of shopping behavior. One is a compulsive one. I'm going to buy everything, and to ease the pain. And the second one is quasi non-existent. So nobody will just, because either you're depressed, either you worry. So, So it's we kind of have to figure it out, but
Yeah.
from my experience, my online shop, before we were selling good, and my online shop is now like this.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And so we had to close the shop, but as an atelier, as a Werkstatt, it's called. You can roll the business, so you can still go to work here.
Yeah. You can
So
go alone. You can go.
yeah, you can go to work. My employee was terrified, so I had to kind of grab her out from the flat, and I also understand her that she's afraid, and so we had to figure out our way of working. And home office, when you have an atelier, when you have the machines you are working with, it's impossible. Home office kind of, it's a kind of a culture, how I call it. And I even had a debate. I had a very harsh discussion with somebody, telling that, since when is this home office culture created? I mean, nobody, not 100% of people have it working on home office. And I was so somehow pissed, that, hey man, I mean, not everybody has that. Not everybody can work from home. And why create this generalized kind of feeling that, yeah, it's absolutely cool to work from home because you have an office? No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to figure out a way, because of the restrictions, and the restrictions are still on. We can't open the office, but we can sell our products online, and this means that we still can work. But yeah, so the restrictions in Austria, like everywhere, are very hard. But I have to tell you something, that in Austria, Austria, it's a very social country, so everything, it's based on people's right,
Yeah.
and on good living. So the government came up with pretty fat supplements, and I applied, and you can get up to 1,000 euro per month,
We will get to that. We will get to that point. Yeah, that's we will get to that. Thank you for saying that. There is something you said at the very beginning about the women you work with and that they were terrified. And I would like to share this quote of the day. There is no adversity that cannot bear a gift, and no gift that cannot bear adversity. There is no way. So whatever fear you have, we are all going through these adversities, but we handle it differently. There are some people that are more scared than others, and there are some people that are more positive, I would say, but we are all scared. I think everybody is scared to a certain limit. So yes, I understand her, but I hope she will get to watch this live stream and know that most of us
yeah,
are scared, some more than
yeah,
others, you know.
totally.
And I also
Well,
agree. I also agree with you that okay, for some people it's cool working from home. For some people it's easier working from home. But not everybody was set up. Not everybody has the equipment they need at home. And let's not forget that this fell upon us in no time. No one was ready for this. We saw it gradually coming, but we did not know it would go this
completely.
fast. Because if you knew this was going to be this long, you would take some machines to your place. You would take even printers to your place. You would take a couple of things to your place to set up your office. But it went so fast. And even if you could take those things, some people had to buy them. Do we have the cash sitting around for us to start buying computers, machines, all of a sudden? No. So let's be respectful of everybody. I agree. Some are fortunate than
Like,
others, but this will teach us a lesson.
yeah, totally.
This will teach us a lesson. And I hope the next generation will learn from this. So yeah, we already
Yeah.
talked about the
Well,
situation in Austria, but what you were talking about, the government already helping, they're already injecting funds to these
yeah.
smaller businesses. And you spoke about 1,000 euros already?
Yeah. So of course, it's regulated, it has
Yes.
to be, and is normal. So uh, we already got supplements from the government, and I'm very, very grateful that I live in Austria. It's just
Yes.
like, I'm very grateful. I was, when I got that money from the government, I made a screenshot and I sent it to all my friends, telling "Viva Austria, Viva Austria,"
Yeah.
because they managed to do this in a non-bureaucratic way. So I tell you what I did, and it was so simple, and respect for this government, not in everything, but in some certain points. I completed a formular, with my last year's income, how much I earned last year, and according to what you earned last year, you get from 500 euro to 1,000 euro help. And so I applied that, and my bank account and my Gevin, what I earned last year. And in 4 days, I had the money in my bank account.
Wow. Okay. That's fast.
This is what I mean. And what you said about fear, I have to tell you something, because I think you already know me, that I go kind of more deeper into things,
Yeah.
and coronavirus, actually, it's a project, it's a project which goes on so many levels on this society, on so many dimensions, from personal, social, political, global, connected to nature, connected to your individual self. Because if you think about corona and you think just about fear, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
And I think that this situation actually reflects, it's mirroring everybody's own deep work.
Yeah.
So this is why I call it a project, So if you
Yeah.
have fear issues, corona will bring out more fear issues,
Yeah.
which you have to work on it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
If you have addiction issues, if you have fear of being alone, if you have all sort of personal things, you have to work on yourself, uh, this is the perfect situation to bring out that shadow in you. I call
Yeah.
it the shadow work,
Yeah.
because this is what Jung said, that the shadow which we all have in us,
Oh,
and this,
yes. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this, exactly, this situation will bring out exactly what you have to work on.
Yeah.
And not everybody's conscious, and I completely agree. And what does it mean, being conscious? It means that you are aware of your shit, right? So it means that, okay, I have that and I have to work on it. Not everybody's aware of that, which is absolutely okay. It's not a problem. But if you are aware of having these shadows, this is a perfect opportunity to grab. I know fear is involved, because we don't want to look at our shit, right? We don't want to look at our fear, because you are already terrified, so why look be a double terrifying situation?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have to kind of learn to adapt and to switch this situation in a way that it's positive for us. And what I always say, that courage in this society, it's not cultivated. And this is the time to be courageous. This is the time to be courageous. When? If not now, then when?
Yeah, exactly.
You are,
I-
you are,
I'm really happy you talked about, if you have, this is the time that everything is revealed to you, because you're now sitting with yourself. You do not have all these distractions that we had before, and now you have to confront your own self. I agree with that. And it's a good thing you bring it up, because I just contacted last week a speaker from the US who is dealing with addiction. So I really hope she's going to accept my offer of coming to speak here, because this is the time. And those with, if it's alcohol abuse, drug abuse, whatever abuse that you had, now it's just going to be multiplied by God knows how many percent.
exactly.
So yes, it
Exactly.
is a topic which is on the table. I have contacted her and I'm really begging her, please,
Perfect.
please. I hope she really comes, and I'm going to send her this live stream so that she knows that we really need her help, because she herself helped herself out of alcohol, or no, out of drug addiction, I think. So I hope she's going to say yes to that. And thank you very much. You see, everything is in alignment. You did not know
Complete.
of this project, and now you bring it up. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
as the founder of Bags with Legs, while 96% of small business owners are feeling the impact of coronavirus, you seem to have been overwhelmed by the demand for masks.
Yes.
You have
Well,
pivoted your business to the current demand. Why did you come up with the idea of producing masks?
because I have to go back to the fear factor.
Ah, okay.
uh, you know, when everything started, I was actually terrified, and I was deeply worried, and I had panic attacks. And I was thinking, okay, my business is going to go down.
Yes,
Everything I worked my ass for 3 4 days, and my vision and my mission and everything, this virus will come and will bitch slap me, you know.
yes, yes, yes,
And um, but then I started to go more deeper in me, and then to start to dig up this shadow part in me, which was always a block. And I said, you know what, Corona, it's fine. I respect you. I will be responsible. I know we have this situation. It's there. I don't deny it, but I have to never forget who I am, and everything which I worked and all my hard situations were teaching me something in life. So I gathered everything I learned, and I said, you know what, I'm going to keep going and keep moving, even we have the virus situation, and turn the situation around. And when I did this inner work in myself, people started to ask for masks because it was already mandatory. And I said, okay, people need masks. I'm creative. I have a product. I put this together and I do something out of it. And Lillian, we are now in such a production wave that we have demands for thousands of masks.
yeah. I know. When I said to you, "Do you deliver to Switzerland?" You said to me, "Lillian, I have so much work that I can't," and I'm like, "I'm happy."
Yes, exactly. So we caught this wave. People started to ask for it, for to demand. But what I always say, that I think being a business owner, or my domain is creativity. This is what I do. I'm a creative person. And creativity, it means not, oh my God, I'm an artist. Creativity is not that. Creativity is having a shitty situation, going deep, and move on with something which is productive, something which is creative, something which can help other people. Because if I eat, other people can eat.
You are a social entrepreneur with my God, very big heart. Yeah, yeah, that I confirm. So what are the strategies from the time you said to yourself, I face my fear and I have to do something about my fear? What are the things you put in place? Because it's such a short notice, from closing down your shop, getting some help from the government, and producing thousands of masks. It's amazing.
Yeah,
That turnover, it's really,
totally.
yeah. It's how did you line this up?
That's a very good question. And I hope will help other people too. So when you have this crisis situation and you are overwhelmed, the first impulse to say, wow, I can't do it, this is
Yeah,
overwhelming, I
yeah,
can't,
yeah. Yeah.
just to stay in your mind in a safe place, because it's new. So
Yes,
everything which is new, everything which brings some other aspect, you say at first no, by default. It's like, oh my God, it's new. And I went home 2 nights. I went home at 3 o'clock in the night after sewing, I don't know how many masks, with Asila and some other help, and I said, "Wow, I can't deliver, this number of masks." And then I woke up next day and I said, you know what? This is an incredible opportunity. If I don't grab this opportunity, and if I don't put my shit together with a strategy, and in the beginning go with the flow, because I think it's essential when we have these situations to go with the flow at the first.
Yeah.
Going with the flow doesn't mean that you chill out. Going with the flow, it means that you gather intuitively all the information you have and you let it sink in and
Yeah.
you come up with something.
Exactly.
So this is what I came up with. And then, okay, I realized I'm not able to do this like in 2 people. I have to hire more people. And I started to call people, and telling them, hey, we have this situation. Would you be able to come and help out and work for us? So now I'm giving work for people. They can work from home. They can sue, details from home. So this is what I said. If I eat, then other people can eat.
Yeah.
And so after I let my fear come up and say, no, oh my God, I can't. This is 1,000 masks. How can I do that? I let it sink in. I made a strategy, and now I'm riding this strategy, which is like working in 3 people and doing at least 150 masks per day, still taking orders. So it's like, it's like we are riding this wave now, and still learning, and coming and being better and better every day. We are still learning. I'm still learning. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just writing down your tip here so people can understand what you said. Tip number 1 was go with the flow.
Go with the flow. It's very important because this is new for everybody's new. There is no manager on this planet, Lillian.
No one was ready for this.
Whatever Harvard University, whatever badass, I don't know, you are. You never learned this. Nobody told you, hey, when do you have a pandemic and you get 10,000 orders of, and your production will look like that. No, forget about it. That's, so this is why it's important to be aligned. I think you also use this word. This is very good. Be aligned, which means check your fears,
Yes.
be
Yes.
be realistic. Which type of fear it is? Is it like your own personal bullshit telling you, hey, the same blocking voice we all have in all kind of situation, or it's a realistic situation? And it's magic. You have to work with magic, going with the flow and magic. You have to trust in magic. You have to open your heart. You have to trust in people and having a good intuition and grab your shit together and do it,
Yeah. That's a very good point. I tell my kids, I know people might judge me for what I'm saying here, how you tell kids this. I tell them that they're 9. No, my daughter will be 10 in November. So 10 and 7. When we sit down on the table to have dinner or lunch, I said to them, we talk about Corona like all the time. And I said to them, we needed this.
Absolutely.
We needed this.
I completely agree.
I think the very first time they heard that statement, the fork stood between their mouths, and then I'm saying, we needed this. People sick and everything. And I said, it's deeper than this. It's much more deeper than this. Yes, it's looking at a pandemic that it's killing people. We're losing people, yes, but human beings, we needed this.
Absolutely.
And just yesterday, my son said to me, this 7-year-old said to me, oh, I think I really like this Corona period because I get to spend time with you, Mama. The only part that I don't like is that people have to die. True. So I just said to myself, message understood. There is a good part of this that we must learn, but of course, the fear of people dying is what makes it heavier. Because if I look at the things that we spent our life on, traffic, money, buying things that we did not need, and
we
all
don't
the rest.
need exactly.
We needed this time of reflection.
Absolutely. Hallelujah. Talk to me, Mama. Absolutely.
Yes, it's an opportunity. There you go. So I'm not the only one who sees it as an opportunity for inner
Absolutely.
growth, family opportunity to catch up with your family, to sit down and really talk with your people. But there are also bad sides to this, because now we see lots of violence increase at home, and yeah. So there's the two sides of the coin. But what is the majority going to come out with? If we come out
Exactly.
a better human being, if 60% of the people come out a better human being, then I agree to that.
I think I think everybody will be impacted in a smaller or bigger, way. So I think opportunity is a very good word. I
Yeah,
like it. It's a very
yeah,
good word.
yeah.
And it's about, I absolutely love this phenomena of turning things around, because it's up to you. Of course, it's the scary and shitty situation. It's absolutely. But if you turn it around, then time stopped, which I absolutely, another feeling I have. You don't have that machine in the
Yes,
back which
yes.
is demanding from you the whole time, demanding your time, your soul, your spending stuff. So that stopped, and that is amazing. You have time to channel everything, to work on your shit, how I said it, like
Yes.
bring out your fears and look at it, your fear of being in a relationship, or your fear or addictions, or everything. You have kind of time. Time here is such an interesting thing, because if you really tune into that, time now moves in a different way. If
Oh, yes. Oh,
you
yes.
know if you feel it, so
Yes.
that machine in the background stopped, and then you kind of, okay, what's going on? And then you have time to click on your stuff, time to look at the sun, and see the light on a flower you love. I have a beautiful orchid at home, and every day this flower looks different. Why? Because this time stopped. This is magic, Lillian. This is
Yes.
absolute magic.
Yes. Yes.
So, and if you tune into that magic will bring you this power, and will make your immune system very strong, because corona is there. And if you are scared, if you're weak, if you have these pulmonary problems, will hit you very hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is why staying in magic and faith, and all types of faith. There is, I don't talk about religion, I talk about deep pure faith, will help you come out of that, come out from your own mind and blocks, and be able, everybody can sew mask in their living room and
Yes.
sell it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you understand what I mean. So it's an
Yes. Yes.
opportunity. I absolutely love that word, opportunity.
Go
Really.
for it. Go for it, girl. Go for it. You deserve it, and you're doing it well. And I'm also happy you said about digging down, take out your own shit. When this thing just started in my one of my meditation session, I know I kept having this thinking, this question that keeps coming up: what is your contribution to this? What is your contribution to this? What is your no, it started, how did we get here? How did you get here? Then later it was like, what is your contribution to this? Then I said to myself, but I'm not I'm not responsible for corona, so why is this? It's only a few more sessions afterwards that I could clearly understand you may not have contributed to corona itself, but your lifestyle contributed. It's making it spread. Your lifestyle, the way you treat others. This is so. It's in that direction that my
Absolutely,
meditation
absolutely.
was taking me to, rather than the question itself. How did you contribute? So I really like everyone watching this live stream, either as a replay or live now. Ask yourself the question: how did you contribute to this?
True. That's a very cool approach. I like it. And I have to also tell you that, which I always said, I was invited once, also as a speaker. And it was the same question, how can we make this society better? How can we contribute? And Lillian, it's so easy, because
Yes.
you start just with a hello in the morning to your neighbor, and asking, hey, Entschuldigung, Can I buy you a bread? You seem like weak, you're old, maybe you need help.
Yeah.
That is an incredible impact already. Why?
Yes.
Because that old lady will go home and you
Yes.
will change her day. And that
Exactly.
old lady will talk with another old lady and who's like depressed and already, wanting to die. And you will brighten the day.
Yeah.
Contribution doesn't mean it means so many things. It means
Exactly.
doing something. It means sending out a message. It means giving energy. So it's because if you think on a global level, it's apathy. You will get,
And,
oh
and
my God, I can't do
you
nothing.
practice that really well. Now, sitting right here, this is a contribution. I have never asked you for a live stream and you said no. Every time I ask you, you always said, I'm ready. When? Tell me. So you really practice what you preach, because you are now sending this message, which will go to the US, Africa, Asia, wherever it may be. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's your contribution.
I'm working on it hard, and I'm doing it consciously, actually, And sometimes I had a period, when I was home, I came home at night, and I was thinking, okay, how many people did I help today? And I had like I set up a goal that was back a while ago, and I said, if I don't touch 5 people per day, in a way, either with direct help or in a kind way, then I will not feel good. And then started to spread and be like a natural flow,
Okay.
natural
Okay.
flow of being.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think these times are transformative because of this opportunity, of waking up, that we are in this together. You hear this word, then message, and this word, together,
Yes.
together. And
Yes.
this is so important. What Corona brought,
Yeah.
guys, it's unity. Look at us, we are united in one. I mean,
Exactly.
what
Exactly.
other what other thing has to happen? Even war is like, has a different energy. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a horrible thing of, dividing. Also, there is unity in war, but this coronavirus is really, I mean, come on, look at us. We
Yeah.
are united in one.
Yes.
in,
Yeah.
in
One battle. One. Not like you're fighting yours, I'm fighting mine. Yeah. All fighting for one thing. Stop this corona. So we are soon going to end our live stream. But before we go, how can people? Because you were lucky, you were. I mean, we must say, to be in a kind of similar branch of doing mask. If somebody was doing a completely different job, maybe they were online coach, and now all of a sudden, or they have more physical events, and now all of a sudden they have to pivot their businesses. How are they going to do this? What advice would you give them? You gave them one tip, gave us one tip already. Go with the flow. But that's also very huge. How do we go with the flow? How do we start to, you know?
Yeah, that's very good. Well, you know it's it's kind of, it's not, this is the time, actually this is the time to really strengthen yourself. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because it's not for everybody, Lillian.
Yes.
I'm going to lie if I'm going, because I'm not the type of person, I don't preach this, positivity and believe in yourself. It's not for everybody. But if you are ready, and if you are tuned in, and if you are very close to the step, okay, I want to change this, and I want to do, I want to come up with a contribution, I want to grow my business, then just simply tuning in to, this trust that you have in general. Trust is very, very important, because trust will align you with your purpose. And purpose, it means that if you are already, a speaker, or you have an online shop, or you do, what you love from the heart, It means that that is a purpose. You have a purpose. And if you're aligned with that purpose and you let your mind flow and also enter in the how I said it, go with the flow, you will come up with a solution, either giving, I don't know, 20% off from your next online class. You can teach people, I don't know, how to get in contact with your shadow in this time and help them. Or how, there are many this, if your mind is blocked just on one spot, which is the fear spot of corona, you will never see the opportunity of this situation. So seeing the opportunity, seeing the different aspects in it, how the contribution you mentioned, how I come up with something which aligns with me, and can also help other people, and create something, this that will come absolutely, but you have to be aligned. You have to be in a graceful spot, as a soul, because
Yeah.
fear is a very interesting energy. Fear is destructive, but fear is also a teacher, actually, and if you look at these things, if you relax a bit, and if you breathe a bit, and you get in friend with the fear, that is a very nice illustration of a big bear in a boat with a small child drinking tea in this boat with the bear, and the bear is the fear. And it's about making this bear your friend, the fear. And that is the first step,
Yeah.
because then fear, it's not this gigantic field of unknown, because we don't know the virus. It can come from everywhere, and it's like everywhere, and it's paranoia, and it's like panic attacks, and this fear. But if you sit down, with yourself, and make it your friend, like, okay, fear, let's sit down and have a
Let's
talk,
talk.
fear. Exactly. Then you kind of relax yourself, and you can tune into these amazing ideas. There are so many amazing ideas, and it's new.
Yeah.
Something new will come up. Maybe you, from one day being, I don't know, a trainer, training, I have no idea, lifting heavy weights. And from one day to another, you will have a calling of teaching small children how to be empowered because, of coronavirus. Then do it, because there
Yeah.
is a voice, there is something there, which will, send you the message, hey, do that. And, corona does that. So
Yeah.
align yourself, to different messages, because we have to do it's different time, different things are needed now. So this is what I mean. It's very interesting times, but it's very creative. It's incredibly creative. If you look at what we do, it's just all about creativity. And I tell you how I twist this around, Lillian, as an example for others. Maybe this can help. We are doing this mask, and the mask we do, it's called the Ninja Project. It's called
Yes.
Be a Ninja.
Yes.
And why do I came up with this? Because wearing that horrifying surgical masks and that white stuff on your mouth, it can, it can trigger you to this fear and apathy and depression. And I said, you know what? We can change this. I mean, you don't have to wear the same mask. You can come up with a slogan, be a ninja, because you look anyway like a ninja, and empower people. That we can do this. We can be together in unity and love, and also be a ninja. So it's a subtle, empowering project of wearing the masks.
Yeah.
So you can turn it around in many ways. So I invite everybody to go with the flow, open your mind, be aligned. These are very, very important aspects of coming up with ideas. And if you already have the idea, surround yourself with people who are like, wow, you're cool, man. This is amazing, then you will have the power to do it and believe in it, and go further, and it will just manifest like that, and it's courage. You need this type of courage, like a crazy person. No, I'm going to do it, and
Yeah.
put that in there too, and you can do everything.
Yeah, yeah. I 100% agree with you. And also, there are some situations which does not apply in every continent. For example, the case of you being supported by, even though you have this fear, your government supports. These are the advantages of the developed world. And I hope Africa is watching how
Totally.
much they let down their population by not offering them these services. This is going to hit hard Africa. However, I hope the Africans are also watching and know they cannot. I've been saying this over and over. You cannot count on your government. If you had an insurance, I've been singing the word insurance, and people think, oh, you've become Europeanized, but insurances does exist in Africa. I have inquired it myself, and it's not that expensive. If you had an insurance, your insurance should be able to cover some of this by now. So
Yeah,
it's a creative time for everybody, irrespective of where you are, Europe, Africa, Asia, America. It is a creative time for everybody to now really consider, is a 9 to 5 part-time also not a possibility for you? Is staying home really your only option as a woman? Is doing joint ventures with other women not a possibility for you? It is a creative time that I really admire, because it is true. It's time to turn things around, to question ourselves and
absolutely.
really think down and listen to the inner voice that's talking to you.
Absolutely. I have to tell you something else. It's like, when you are in deep shit, like you really have problems,
Yeah.
talking about spiritual stuff, it sounds like mambo jumbo. It's like,
Not
it's
for me. It makes sense to me. Not for me. Not
I
for
know,
me.
I know, but I want to assure people, that there is this magic I'm talking about,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I also want kind of send out a message, because I completely relate to what you said. When you live in poverty, when your options are limited, when you talk about positive thinking, is like, oh, come on, man. Yes, that is reality, that is happening, but I'm coming myself from Romania, from
Yeah.
communism, and I grew up in poverty. We didn't had Lillian. We didn't had food, because we were living in a communistic regime, and people were starving. And I grew up with an amazing mother. She was like, she passed away. She was my hero. And you know what? Creativity and creative solutions are coming exactly from that type of field. And I have to tell you another thing. I never saw in my life so much creativity
Yes.
and so
Yes.
much spirit like in Africa.
Yes. Yes.
Never, never,
Completely confirmed.
never.
And not to cut you short on that before I forget, because of this creativity, or because the fact that your government will not help you, I believe that you should not forget that you own your mind. The government does not. Your family doesn't. You own your mind.
Hallelujah.
So your
Exactly.
creativity is in there. Go find it. It's in there. You own it.
Absolutely. This is amazing what you said. I love it. I love it. You own your mind. Absolutely. Nobody owns your mind and what you send out. And you're right. If you are in a mindset that somebody should give you money, somebody should support you, somebody should yeah, you're right. Yeah, it should be normal. But if you are losing so much time instead of you coming up yourself with the solution. You can sell stuff yourself and making money, whatever it is, if you are tuned in, and if you let the fear talk, behind, then everybody would come up with a solution, with an idea, even right now, could say, hey man, I had that idea of, these flowers are sitting around in the garden, maybe I should just, like, sell them, you know whatever, online, or from, what I
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
exactly. I'm running out of flowers. So yeah, it's true. That's let's not all go start doing mask, because there will be at one point a saturation of mask. Think of where you are and what you have,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
start with that. It could be fruits. It could be, I saw on TV yesterday, in the French TV, I have that same problem because I don't have ink anymore. I was praying to God. I have two printers at home, no more ink. I was praying to God, my God, I have to print all this stuff for my kids' school. If I run out of ink before they go on vacation, what am I going to do? I've ordered online, but I still don't have the ink. So, there are so many things we could do to bridge this time as we reflect, as we, start questioning
Exactly.
ourselves what our future could look like, or how are we going to navigate this period of Corona.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, courage is essential.
Yeah,
You have to make courage your tool, your best friend.
yeah,
And courage is, talking with that bear I mentioned.
yeah,
And yes, knowing that the fear is there, but you have to have a serious talk with that fear,
yeah,
and you have to overcome it. You have to. I mean, we can't be live our lives paralyzed. It is. I know it's just talking. I know it's words, but you can apply that every day. You can make actually courage, a tool. We have to practice courage, guys. Nowhere is cultivated. Nowhere. In no system, courage is cultivated. Why? Because it's empowering. And if it's empowering, it means that you can overcome situations like
yeah,
this,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
And
yeah.
courage also will tune you in with other people courageous like you. And that is also an energy field which is moving in a different direction, will
Yes,
open up different doors, will
yes,
give you different ideas. So
yes,
courage is essential.
yeah,
And how do you cultivate courage? You just like put the volume down of fear, which is, talking about those things, will bring out that fear. Don't talk about it. Yes, we have corona. Yes, people are dying. This is absolutely terrifying and horrible. And I'm humbled by it. I let myself be humbled,
yeah,
but not be afraid.
yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So it's like you have to put the volume up to courage and the volume down to fear.
You have to, yeah, you really, I mean, it's a time when we really have to adjust, and that we need each other to hear this message. Since this Corona period started, I decided I will come up here every day. I'm doing Cafe Clutch. 10 minutes, I just come up every day because there is somebody. It's not an easy task. My situation, I have to do all by myself. But there is somebody sitting in a much more messier situation than I am. I will
Absolutely.
come up here. If there's nobody live, that's fine. I do my blah 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 and I'm gone. Tomorrow is another day. I will blah 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 out like I'm blah 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 no more. You will see me.
You are amazing. I see every time what you post, and this is so important. And this is what I'm telling about the small contributions. It is a huge contribution because I'm on Facebook drinking my coffee before planning the strategy, and I see you, and I see what you post, and I see you being yourself, and this is so important, so important. So it starts. This contribution starts from you know small steps to really huge ones, and to really be at the huge steps, you have to do these small steps.
Baby steps. We all started as babies, trying to crawl, fall, wake up, try again until one day you walk. So you have to start
Absolutely.
baby steps. It's not easy for everybody. It's easier for some than because they've cultivated this courage, this attitude of
Totally.
courage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a muscle. You have to keep going until you get better and better,
Absolutely.
then you improve. So what do you really think? No one knows. How is your business going to look like after Corona? In your wildest dream?
Well, I'm actually thinking now of expansion, and I was thinking, wow. And I was just like, I woke up today, and I was thinking, wow, I'm blessed. I mean, 1 week ago, my bank account was like on all bank accounts, like on a terrible minus, like minus.
Shocking figures. If I look at your face, you were like, what? The
Exactly,
red was more red than red.
exactly.
We all
And
have
now,
them.
and now the bank account looks decent, so I can pay the rent, I can pay the women, and I'm blessed. This is incredible, so I'm really grateful. It's not about the money, Lilian. It's about,
Yes,
if I eat, other
yes,
people can eat.
yes, yes.
And I'm thinking of growing, so of course we will produce more masks, and at one point this will probably stop. The thing is that what we do, we have this empowering aspect of it. Be a ninja, which is, creates a certain type of as I said about this courage. I love this. I love to cultivate courage. Be a ninja is about courage. You understand?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
an energy field. So you wear the mask, that it's from those crazy women, crazy courageous women, and then you get empowered, and then it's like you expand that. You
yeah.
show an example by
But,
wearing the
but
mask.
but from your business point of view, how do you want to expand? Do you want to have more production site in different
Yes.
countries, or only in Austria or out of Austria? Are you looking for partners? When you talk of expansion, are you look
Yes.
what do you mean in this case?
In this case is growing the production of masks first locally. We can also ship in other countries, and if somebody is interested, of course we can do this as a joint venture. I'm really happy to expand this,
Okay,
to
okay.
to do a ninja team. It's about, being a ninja. It's about empowerment. So if
It's
somebody
good to hear.
wants.
It's good to hear that you're ready to do a joint venture, because there's another lady in Germany who does also math. So this is my responsibility to link the two of you,
Yeah.
and beyond. So yes, okay. So that's the expansion to do a joint venture. And in Austria, will you still keep one production site, or you will have, well, if you
In
expand?
Vienna, at the moment we are working from our atelier, because
Yes,
the women, they also want, they need money, and it's an amazing
yes,
opportunity.
yeah,
And of course we are interested in collaborations and expanding and sending out this message, that
yeah,
we are stronger than Corona, and be
yeah.
of course respectful and mindful, be conscious, but we can overcome it. And I invite everybody to be creative and courageous. That's
The message, yeah.
the
that
message.
that's the impact that you want to have today on this corona thing.
Absolutely, courage and
We
creativity.
can make it happen, but we need to talk, we need to motivate each other, and we need to speak of our fears. We really need to speak of our fears. It happens. It's there. What are we afraid of? Why are we afraid? you know it's just the situation that we all collectively are living in. So why are we more afraid than others? you know
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
thank you so much for your
You are
time.
very welcome. Thank you for thinking of us, and thank you for connecting people. And guys, just like, just trust this process, and just stay in your true self, and courageous, and cultivating this, because the fear spiral can
Mhm.
go on and on and on and on, and all of us are
just
afraid.
just another important question: the women you work with, these refugee women, what do they become after you do they keep working with you forever? What do they become after you've worked with them?
I hope so. I hope so. The idea is, first of all, this changed them, because 1 week ago everybody was like so down, and they were like white, and now I have Asila, who is like my steady. She's like my right hand. She's coming from Afghanistan, and she 1 week ago she was like white like a wall, and her energy field was like, wow, I felt so bad when I saw her. And yesterday she was shining. She was, I was, this is the magic I'm talking about. You know, she was doing the math. She got the message. We are sending out the empowering message. She is blooming. She was wearing already makeup. She has the pink mask she's wearing. This is Asila. And, and I said, wow, this is
Yeah.
incredible. How can you impact people's life, just by turning around the situation and really believing in it, believe in yourself, and believe in opportunities that, okay, it's there. A shitty situation will always be there. That's
Yeah.
not the question. How you
Yeah.
turn it around. So yes, I hope we will keep doing this and come up with different aspects, and people will hear about it, and to grow. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, so thank you all listeners for staying with us online. Send in your questions, but remember, the most important message here is be courageous and please go with the flow.
That's
Go
amazing.
with the
Thank you.
flow. There is no other
Thank
way
you.
out. We are
There's
all
no
locked
other.
down. We are locked down. You and I, from Austria to Switzerland to Kenya, Timbuktu, we are all locked down by Corona for as long as it takes. But no
Exactly.
one owns your mind.
That's amazing. I
No
love
one
this.
owns your mind. That
I love.
creativity can come from you and should come from you. And at the end of the day, you will be acting like a ninja.
Woo-hoo! Talk to me, mama. You're amazing, Lillian. Amazing. I really love your message. This is amazing. You see,
Thank you
this
so
is the
much,
energy
sister.
I'm talking about. The energy I'm talking about. Practice it every day. Believe in it. Protect yourself, of course. Be aware, but just go do your life.
Yeah,
You can still do your life.
yeah, yeah.
I love
Yes,
it.
you can. Yes, you can. And we will. In this community, we'll do the best we can. Thank you so much, Anna, for staying with us. You were supposed to be
Very
only one
welcome.
hour, and now you will have to rush again. I appreciate you. I can't wait to see you in person. And let's see what collaboration we can put together
And
on this platform.
leave me your address. We will send you ninja masks.
Oh,
For
yes.
the kids and
Woo!
you. Yeah, leave us your
Yes,
address, and we will
yes.
deliver it to you. Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
you can wear it and make
And
selfies,
then,
because
yeah,
this is
then
what
you will
we do.
see. I'll send you a snapshot. I'm a
Perfect.
ninja girl. Send it here again. Thank you so much, dear.
Very welcome.
Thank you.
Kisses.
Have a great
Ciao.
day.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yes, so Awifians, that's it. That was Anna all the way from Austria. I hope you loved the conversation. Please do not forget, no one owns your mind. Go with the flow, be courageous, ask for help if you need it. Ask, speak out. What are you afraid of? What addictions are holding you back? What is it that can be of benefit to you? A phone call, collaboration, let us know. Here at Awiv, we are here to support you 100% when you want, how you want. This is your platform. Let us know how we could be of service to you. My name is Lilian Mole. I am the founder and CEO of African Women's Economic and Entrepreneurship Forum, the place where we challenge the status quo for economic advancement of women in Africa, or African women worldwide. Have a beautiful Sunday. Let us know how we can support you. Let us know how we can help you pivot your business because it's time. Sit with yourself. This is an opportunity that's been given to us. Sit with yourself. Sit with the people that matter. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out of what you need, what help you really need today, so tomorrow can be a better day. But most of all, stay at home. Stay at home. The more we stay at home, the less time we're going to need for this virus to really calm down. We need you, and we know you need us. So stay safe, We love you. We care about you. Have a great Sunday. Bye.